Hello guys, good afternoon. You welcome back to my channel. My name is Olivia. I hope my voice doesn't sound weird because I've been having this bad flu. If you're just seeing me for the first time, thank you, welcome. I'm a Nigerian who lives here in South Africa with my family, and I make various content. I'm sure you will like it on this channel because it's fun here. Why not? So please do also hit on the subscribe button. If you're not yet subscribed to this channel, just a click away from you, and when you do, hit on the bell sign. That's where you'll be notified of my subsequent videos, okay? And to all my returning subscribers, thank you very much. I heartily appreciate you, okay? Yeah, please give this video a thumbs up, share if you like this video, and without further ado, let's just jump right into the video. So in today's video, I have this topic: Nigerian women are scared of South African women. Oh my god. Yes, so it's just a topic that I saw on one of the Nigerian blogs. It's a video that a South African woman who is married to a Nigerian man, and she's currently, or as at the time she made that video, she was in Nigeria. I don't know if she was living permanently in Nigeria or if she was just visiting, okay? But she made that video while she was in Nigeria. So she was kind of talking about her experience as a South African woman who is married to a Nigerian, and what she experienced, or how the kind of vibes she got from Nigerian women in Nigeria, mostly Nigerian women, okay? But I'll just allow you watch that clip, then I'll come back and analyze the video, okay?
Let me tell you, Nigerian women are scared of South African women. And before you guys come at me, of course I'm generalizing basing on my experience here. So let's get into it. You know, in South Africa, there's this thing that Nigerian men are not liked by South African men because they're saying we're taking away the woman. Well, here in Nigeria, it's exactly the same, just the opposite. So I went to a school sporting event when I first arrived here, and the mother from the family that I'm with introduced me to one of her friends. And she's like, oh, this is Sunny. She's from South Africa. She's here visiting for the first time. And the first thing this lady does, she looks at me like literally up and down, and she's like, I will never allow my husband to visit South Africa. I will never allow my husband to visit South Africa. And you know, she said it like in a joke, funny way. So we laughed about it, haha, kiki, you know, cool. I was like, alright, I get it. You know, people here like to say that South African girls are like nicely structured with their figures and their bum and blah blah blah. And a couple of days later, we were hosting a birthday here. And again, obviously friends came over. She introduces me, oh, this is Hane. She came for South Africa, Now the lady she was introducing me, I recognized the husband from South Africa because he used to stay in South Africa. As a matter of fact, he attended my wedding in South Africa, so I recognized his face. And then I say to her, oh yeah, like I recognized your husband when he walked in. And she looks at me and she says, oh, so you didn't recognize me? And in that moment, I'm like, yo, kanene. So that's the energy that I get here, like especially around Nigerian women that are married. They're like, stay away from my husband. Like, I'm holding my husband on a leash because as an African woman is here. So weird.
Actually, so she had a lot of things to talk about. The first thing she talked about was the insecurity she noticed from Nigerian women towards her or towards South African women. She talked about how Nigerian women perceive South African women, and she talked about both good and bad, in good and bad ways. The thing she talked about was how Nigerian men in South African men always think that Nigerian men in South Africa take their women, okay? She mentioned it in passing if you watch that video, okay? I hear those things sometimes, but not a lot. But I just feel as though it's kind of exaggerated because I know that a lot of Nigerian men are married to the South African women. They're also married to other women from other African countries, and they're also married to Nigerian women. So saying that South African men feel some sort of way towards Nigerian men because they take away their women, I don't think it's right, because I feel that it's just minority of people or a few people that will think that way. Yeah, from what I think, actually, correct me if I'm wrong, a few South African men may have resentment towards, okay, all those kind of things, but I don't think it's something that is a big deal. I'll just put that out there. However, she also talked about how Nigerian women feel as though South African women are very beautiful and curvy. Yeah, first time I came to South, I'm like, what's going on here? Everybody was like this. Most of them were like this. So it's something that we discuss among Nigerian women. I'm a Nigerian woman. We talk about it, yes, not in a bad way, but we are like, oh my God, South Africans, they have a unique kind of shape. Even in the Nigerian blog, there's this, Tunde Not, he always posts South African women with shape, and I'm like, when he posts them, people go and comment, oh my God, is it real? Is it real? I always go and look at those vlogs and say, okay, maybe because people are not even, in South Africa, or you've not been here, because if you've been here, you know that South African women, that's how they were created. Most of them, are curvy. Yeah, you see a few people that are not that curvy or that are not that shapey, but most of them are curvy and they are shapey, and that's how they are. It's a natural thing. It comes natural to them. Just like the Igbo girls of Nigeria, like the way I look is mostly how Igbo girls look, from Nigeria. Anybody that knows Nigeria, you will know that Igbo girls or Bini girls in Nigeria, we have this kind of look, the way I look. Most of them are fair and have this kind of structure that I have. So some things come naturally to some people from different tribes or different countries and all that. So that one is true. That's how Nigerian women feel about South African women. We don't feel intimidated. No, we don't. Okay, but we see the figure and the endowment, and we appreciate it and we talk about it. Okay, so does it mean that a few people that have what we call bad belly in Nigeria, does it mean that a jealous person will not take it to another proportion? Oh my God, this is how South African women are and all that. Yeah, a few people can say, oh, South African women, because you're curvy, you're shapy, and some other things can come with that. Yeah, because she also mentioned in that video that a lot of women are like, I would never allow my husband to come to South Africa. Okay, so I'll still address that. So a few people might have that in mind, that okay, I would never allow my husband to come to South Africa. And when you are thinking that way, what are you thinking? Is your husband an object? Like, if your husband doesn't have self-control, if you allow him to come to South Africa, if you think he's going to misbehave, I think he's also going to misbehave, even if he's in Nigeria or even in your village or anywhere he goes to, even if he goes to America or Canada or Australia, wherever he goes to. If he's not able to be disciplined because he saw that South African women are shapey and he wants to, drown in that kind of shape, he will also not be disciplined. So one thing I will say is that women, not just women, human beings generally are territorial. I also want to bring it to what she says about South African men, some South African men thinking that Nigerian men or other African men come and take their women. It's still the same being territorial. It's all about being territorial. Human beings were made to be territorial, to kind of protect and be jealous of their territory. It's just like animals are also territorial, but human beings are very territorial. Men are territorial. Women are also territorial. People generally guide what they love jealously. If you guide and guard what you love, but there's also a healthy way to guide what you love. For me, there's also a healthy way to protect what you love, because what you love, or if you love a human being, let me just put that way, if you love your spouse or your partner is a human being, and they are not an object, or they are not babies that don't have brain, or that their brain is not developed yet. They should also have a mind of their own. There's an extent or a limit to where you will guide a human being, or you protect a human being. You can't dictate to a human being what to do, or you can't even make a human being not to do what they are really out to do. Let me just put it that way. If we are talking in the context of generally, let me just put it in the way of cheating. If you have a spouse now and you're very protective, where did you go, where are you, what are you doing, don't talk to this, don't do this, and you're thinking it's a way of protecting him or her from not doing something you don't want them to do, it's a way of guiding them or protecting them. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. I'm sorry to burst your bubble that oh my god, what you're afraid of will happen. Okay, in the sense that human beings cannot be coerced to do things. Sometimes you may think you're getting it. Oh, I'm being jealous, I'm holding him, but you can't hold a human being, you can't hold a man, neither can you hold a woman, especially a man, in fact even a woman. So yeah, if she says that Nigerian women are thinking they will never allow their husband to come to South Africa, okay, fine, that's fine. Even if you dissuade your husband to come to South Africa or to go anywhere, if he wants to do something right under your nose, he might do it. Or just like your wife, if you're dissuading your wife, don't do this, don't do that, if she wants to do something, she can do it right under your nose. So I feel as though human beings cannot be caged. You can't cage a man. So that's it. But generally, human beings are very territorial. They can have that tendency of, that kind of attitude. The lady was basically saying that Nigerian women, they were giving her side eye, they were giving her attitude and all that. Those things come with human beings. But women, my gender, our own is even more, because we give attitude and we do not know how to kind of contain it. If a woman sees a woman that she doesn't like, she doesn't know how to pretend. Unlike a man, if a man sees another bro that he feels that bro is like a threat to him, he can still shake him and be like, oh bro, what's up? But in his mind, that this guy is a threat to me, kind of. But women, our gender, we know how to do all those, show our emotions, because we are very emotional beings. I was watching a podcast yesterday where somebody was saying that women are emotional. We are emotional beings. So because we are emotional, the way we are very expressive, the way we show our emotions, we express our fear in a very expressive manner, we express our dislike or our hate or our love, we express our, we are very expressive. So that's why we are vocal. We are the vocal gender. We are the expressive gender. So if a woman likes you, if a woman is scared of you, if a woman thinks you're a threat, if a woman thinks you're somehow, So that's what I have to say about that video. It's just that she decided to talk about the aspect of the people that we are seeing her as a threat, or people that were like, this South African lady. But I'm sure that she would have also met some Nigerian lady that would be friendly to her and love her and would be like, oh, South Africa, how is South Africa? They want to chit chat and all that. So yeah, generally human beings are like that. Women are like that. But I wouldn't say that Nigerian women are scared of South African women, in the sense that anything. I feel as though, like the way I am right now, I know that my husband has been living in South Africa. He was even here before me. So why will I be scared of a South African woman? It also boils down to exposure. It also boils down to the way you manage your emotion. Some women don't have emotional intelligence in the way that, even if you feel that this person is flirty towards your husband or something, they don't know how to curb their emotions, or they show it. So yeah, but generally, I wouldn't say that Nigerian women are nice and they love South African women, but we acknowledge the fact that South African women have shape, and I'm sure South African women also acknowledge some natural endowments we as Nigerian women also have. And yeah, that's what I just felt to talk about. So it's actually impressive for me to see that she's a South African woman who is married to a Nigerian man, and she went visiting. I don't know if they're living in Nigeria permanently, or one thing we will always know, that as much as we are scared of a particular race or tribe is like, jealous, let me say, even if South African men don't like the fact that Nigerian men marry some South African ladies, it wouldn't stop South African ladies to, if they find anybody they fall in love with, it wouldn't stop them from still marrying that Nigerian man. And even if Nigerian women are jealous about, South African shapy woman coming to Nigeria or marrying a Nigerian man, it wouldn't still stop Nigerian man from from marrying a South African woman if he finds someone he really loves and is attracted to. So I feel as though that people are humans of their own, and they have their own intellect, they have their own emotions, and they have their own say. You can't really stop a full-grown man or a full-grown woman from doing what they want to do. Yeah, they do them anyways. So yeah, but I encourage tribal marriages, I encourage intertribal relationships. I feel as though it has some good things to offer. yeah, it has its pros and it has its cons, and yeah, I don't mind it at all. So yeah, that's what I think. What do you guys think on the comment section? What are your thoughts about marrying a foreigner? If you're South African, do you see yourself marrying a foreigner, or would you allow your children or your relatives or friends to marry a foreigner? What are your thoughts on it? And yeah, tell me on the comment section and share your thoughts with me. And that's just a little chit chat video, which yeah, I feel as though once in a while we can come out here and address such things. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, share, comment, like, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.